I say this with all due respect. Haiti is one of the poorest countries in the world. In fact, they say it is the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere. Have you ever wondered how in the world can Haiti share an island with the Dominican Republic? And you can go to the DR and turn up and go 70 miles in one direction and see a place where people are still dying from E. coli. Well, I'll tell you why, because in the 1700s, when the African slaves came to the island of Haiti, and they introduced an idea called voodoo. And so we look at Haiti and we ask, why is it one of the poorest countries in the world? It is not because it is full of ignorant black people. They are as smart and as intelligent as you are, but there is a spirit that has set on the region.
Hello everyone, it's your sister Roland, and all I need is a few minutes to talk about that clip that you just saw earlier, and it was of Pastor Keion Henderson, and I believe he's the senior pastor of the Lighthouse Church of Houston. And I didn't see this video at first. It was my daughter when she logged into her TikTok, and that was the first video that popped up. And then she listened to it, and she's like, Mom, you should come listen to this. Maybe you should do a video. But I was like, I've heard the snippet of it, but I wanted to hear the whole sermon, So, because I didn't want to overreact and stuff like that, because sometimes, sometimes people say certain stuff to go viral so they could get a reaction, or the different groups of people. That's what people say. They say the most outrageous things just to get a reaction so they can go viral, because people have books to sell and people have different things going on, and that's what they do. So I was like, let me go and find out. Let me listen to the whole message. And that message, he actually preached it from June 5th. June 5th, I believe he had just came back from his honeymoon, because, he just got married, which her name was Shawnee O'Neal. She was married to Shaquille O'Neal, but now she's, I believe she carries his last name, Shawnee Henderson. So they had just came back from their honeymoon, because they had just recently got married. So this is a screenshot of when he came back and he preached the message. You see him with Shawnee, and the name of the message was called the Spokesman. I listened to it yesterday afternoon, because I believe Faces of Haiti posted that in the morning, and I got a chance to listen to the message, the whole message, yesterday afternoon. When I went this morning to get whatever insert that I needed to get, it was deleted off the church's Facebook page. The only thing that is there is this, the picture of it. The sermon is gone, but I was able to listen to it. And I don't know why would you, because the snippet that is out there is, showing you in a sense a bad light because of the words that you said. Why not leave the message? The message has been up there from June 5th. I mean, why delete it now? Why delete it now? But anyway, so they deleted it. So this is the thing. So I heard the whole message, even though it was deleted, but I got a chance to listen to it. And it's not what he was saying was not true, but why you repeating things that's been pushed in the media for years about Haiti. Haiti is the poorest country in the western, northern, southern, I don't know what hemisphere. I don't care. That's not important to me. You keep on regurgitating it and repeating the stuff. You so-called say you did your research, but you keep on repeating that stuff. A place that was one of the first black nations that gained its independence. You think they was ever going to let us go like that? And for some place that is so poor, but there are places in Haiti where there are races of people that are not black that live there and that has lived there for years, but it's the poorest country, right? So there are places also in Haiti that you'll be shocked to know. You'll be shocked to say, is this Haiti? And then you compare Haiti to Dominican Republic. Well, if you did your research, you would have known when Haiti had it. Because this is the thing with Haiti. This is one of the factors, because there's many factors why Haiti is in the predicament that it's in. But when Haiti had it, it gave to people that now look down upon them. Because it was a point in time that Haiti was helping Dominican Republic, if you did not know it, but if you wouldn't know that because you didn't do your research. And now, thank God for many of my Haitian brothers and sisters that did not only pursue doctors and nurses and things that, a lot of Haitian parents push on us, but they went and studied other things, and now they are discovering different films and different things that show Haiti to be what it was, the pearl of the Antilles. Okay, Pastor Keion Henderson, because he started off, he was talking about spiritual warfare, and he was saying that, people like in Africa, they have an awareness of spiritual, because he talked about, our weapons not being carnal, which the Bible says, and he says we are not wrestling against flesh and blood. And it's like we in America, in a sense, we don't have that awareness of, evil spirits and all these witchcraft things. But, other countries have that awareness. And that's when he mentioned, Haiti being the poorest country, which you could have said the point without stating the poorest country, because everybody keep regurgitating this poorest country. But what are you guys doing to help? You're a black person. The blessing of the Lord has maketh you rich. And now you have married, and you have went to you have reached to another. You are open to another community that you were not open to before. What have you done besides when there is some type of natural disaster? What have you done to help the people in Haiti? But you want to repeat that it's the poorest country, right? But if you did your research, really did your research, not what people saying, actually do your research, you would see that what they say in the media, because whenever it has to do with black, they never want to share this in a good light. And the Bible even tells you we have to be careful, because we're going to answer for every careless word that was spoken out of our mouths. And as a pastor, and as somebody who may have a platform, and other people also, even me, we have to be careful with the information that we put out there, because by your words you will be acquitted, by your words you will be judged. So you just have to be careful what you say. And you can say a point, without putting down a race or group of people. That's my problem, and that's my problem with a lot of people on these internets and stuff like that. Say a point. What you have to say? Why you have to put down a group of people, a person, to have a point, to get your point across? Just say, hey, there is spiritual warfare. Look at what's going on in Haiti. They have voodoo as their religion and stuff like that. It's not like it's not true. It is true. And another factor that causes Haiti to be in the predicament that is in is because us Haitian people, many of our hearts are not good. We don't have a good heart before God. So you have people that have left Haiti, that went to Canada, and that went to the Bahamas, America, and different places like that, to the islands, and they want to go back and do for their community. But then they have people that stand against them, block them different ways, and do all kind of stuff, so it doesn't happen. They want to help out their community, because they remember this, because growing up in Haiti, everybody put together to raise children to eat. Sometimes you eat because the neighbor down the road makes food for everybody on the street, on the block. So they remember stuff like that, and then they want to go back and do that. But sometimes I have so much stories, but one particular story, like this young lady, I did a video about her the other day, Blondie Ferdinand. She wanted to open a beauty salon. Well, she has the beauty salon. But the first one, she wanted to open a beauty salon, spend all types of money. And I think it has like a boutique in it. I mean, they told her on the grand opening, if she comes over there, they will take her life. They will take her life. So she wasn't even able to go to a grand opening. And then they set fire. They threw fire in the business. They stole merchandise. And you think, because even people was telling her when she was saying that's what she was going to do, everybody was telling her no, 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 because that's another thing. Nobody wants to do business in Haiti. There are businesses in Haiti, but it was supposed to have more than that. And everybody telling her, no, don't do it. Go someplace else. She said, I'm going to do it because if we don't do this, we Haitians don't do it, who else going to do it? Ain't nobody else coming to Haiti to make businesses. And even that, she lost a lot of money. You think she gave up? Nope. She did it again. And that's why I respect her. She did it again. Now her business is thriving. She did it again. Even though she lost a lot of money, she did it again. She said, somebody has to put a stop to it. Somebody has to stand. So there's so many different factors. So you have to do, before you open your mouth and say stuff, you need to do your research. You have to do your research. And then he left a statement, I guess, on the Faces of Haiti TikTok page. So this is the comment that he left, as you see, Pastor Keion with the blue check mark. And it says, it might have been him, might have been a staff, whatever. But Faces of Haiti pinned it, and this is what he said. Hello to the Faces of Haiti community. Please forgive the statement that I made about Haiti and its history. It lacked the full context and sentiment within my heart that I desired to convey. I make no excuse, as my intention was to heal, not to hurt. This is a teachable moment for me, and this moment will both educate me further on Haiti's rich history, its resilient people, and ultimately make me a better advocate for the Haitian community moving forward. So that was the comment that Pastor Keion left under the Faces of Haiti TikTok video. So I'm not sure if he have said anything on his page, because you said it in your church in such a big platform. Now you want to go under posts and say how sorry you are. That's not what you're trying to do, or you're trying to heal and hurt, and so you could be a better advocate for the Haitian community. Okay, so if you do not have a solution for the poorest country, you're not getting the right information from the source. You have to be careful what you say with your mouth. You have to be careful with information you put out there, because like I said, the blessing of the Lord have made you rich. How have you helped Haiti besides a natural disaster? How is your church helping Haiti? What are you're a black person. This is a black country. What are you doing? Since this was the first black country to gain its independence, what are you doing to help? You won't be able to help all of Haiti. Nobody can. But we can start little by little, because there's a little boy, a little girl who right now has been abandoned by their parents. They are the ones who are going to be the gangs of tomorrow. But if they were to find somebody to sponsor a church, sponsor a family or whatever, that child's life can turn around. You don't know what they can be. But everybody pointing out problems. Oh, that's the problem right there. Look at that problem right there. No, that's the problem. No, I'm telling you, that's the problem. Nobody got solutions. Everybody saying, oh, poorest country. What you doing? What you doing to help Haiti? If you don't have no solution, if you ain't helping in no way, why are you talking about Haiti again? You could preach whatever you want to preach. That's because you're a pastor. That's your church. Nobody tell you thing up. But why bring Haiti? Right, Haiti all the way over there, minding its own business, and then you had to send for Haiti. Why? Why are you sending for Haiti? Why are you sending for the Haitian people? That's why. That's what we want to know. Why thing up? And then you put information out there that, not saying some of the stuff that he was saying. Some of the stuff that he was saying was actual facts. But it's the facts that you comparing, you could go to DR and stuff like that, and turn up, and then you have people down there dying from E. coli. That's everywhere in Haiti? It's not everywhere in Haiti. Because that's not everywhere in Haiti. It's certain places that these things are happening. Stop spreading misinformation. And that's the thing. And people say, oh, it's not that serious and stuff like that. When it comes to you, you're going to say that when they talk about you, whether your group of the group that you come from, the country that you come from. Let us vent, okay? Well, let us say something, not vent. Anyway. But we got to do better for real, because you just got married and now you have been opened up. You are now opened up to a new community, new faces of people. And then this is how you're using your newfound notoriety, fame, or whatever, or reach, because now you have a different reach. So let's be careful what we say, the information that we put out there. Just like it was one time, it was a reporter that said, oh, there's no trees in Haiti because the kids eat trees. Haitian people eat trees. You need to be careful. And then I guess she received so much backlash. And then she's like, oh, I said some stuff. It didn't, it affected some people. People didn't like it. I apologize. And then she went on with her thing. Because when it comes to black people, we need to get over it. It's not that serious. Oh, you guys are too sensitive. But people could say whatever they want. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.